Jennings. Welcome tonight. I'm the co-host of a podcast and YouTube series called The Australian Ghost Whisperer, and we want to say thank you all for coming out for this very, very special screening of The Conjuring Rites. Now, it is the chilling final chapter in a saga that has blurred the line between fact and fear for over a decade. Before we get to the film, we have set the stage for something a little special. We are going to have a chat with renowned psychic medium and exorcist, Caterina Legato, who is also the co-host of the Australian Ghost Whisperer. Welcome, Caterina.
Thank you, James. Hi, everyone. Ready for an amazing movie. That's what I feel. I haven't actually seen it, but I feel it's going to be quite amazing.
You'll all be wetting yourselves by the end of it.
You'll all be going home and having the lights on tonight while you sleep.
Now, Caterina, in her line of work, connects the living with what lies beyond the veil, and that gives her a lot of experience and insight into spirit communication and provides a powerful perspective on the real-life inspiration behind films like The Conjuring, Rites. Now, I know a lot of you guys who are horror fans are probably like, you watch these films, you get scared the bejesus out of yourselves, and then you comfort yourself afterwards with, oh, it's just a movie. Bad news, guys. It's not just a movie. A lot of that stuff is real. Is that fair to say, Caterina?
It's absolutely real, guys. I can assure you, I have lived through it.
Yeah, and I've hung around Caterina enough to have seen it myself now, so it's like, be careful what you wish for. I know a lot of people are like, I want proof. Just be careful what you wish for as well. So in the Conjuring series, you see all kinds of freaky stuff going on, including exorcisms. Now, Caterina, you've performed a lot of exorcisms over the years. Can you give us a bit of an insight into what an actual real-life exorcism is like?
Yeah, absolutely. So when a person is possessed, it's usually due to a situation where perhaps they have disconnected from their true essence, their true selves in some way, and they're allowing another entity. Some people obviously experiment with spirituality and using different things, opening up Kundalini too fast, and then unfortunately these malevolent spirits will come in and look to possess a person, and once they have possessed a person, their intention is to kind of work through them, because evil can't do much if it hasn't got a vehicle to work through.
Have you been attacked?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about the glory details.
So yes, when I've been trying to expel a bad spirit from a person, they will scream and call me names and swear at me, spit at me. I've been bitten. I've had to actually sit on a person or hold them down. Demons are very strong and they're very angry because they don't want to leave. So it becomes a real battle of the light versus the dark.
Yeah. You've told me stories before as well where people come to see you and they actually don't know they're possessed, and you don't know beforehand. As you're speaking to them, you find out, you're like, oh shit, there's something attached to them, and then you start doing your thing, then that person starts like convulsing a bit, swearing at you and going crazy.
Yeah, I've had a person kind of get down on the floor and start crawling and growling at me, and they had only just booked in for a reading.
Yeah. It makes the average 9 to 5 sound a little boring in comparison, really, doesn't it?
It's not fun. It's about keeping the energy controlled and actually delivering as fast as possible, because it's very traumatizing for the actual person also.
Yeah. And also in the Conjuring series, we see the famous possessed doll Annabelle. And again, I'm sure people are going to go, oh, that's all made up. Can items actually be possessed or have like malevolent spirits?
I have cleared endless homes for people that have gone out and bought things from, an antique shop, items from an antique shop, to then find they've brought them home and things start moving around their house, or they kind of start hearing footsteps through the night and get really frightened, and then when I arrive at the home, I kind of look around and I'm able to see that a particular item is holding the energy of a spirit or even a demon.
Yeah. And that also means that like antique stores can be super haunted as well, because often we hang out and I'm like, oh, we're going to go check through the second-hand vinyl in case I've got one.
Yeah, it's really important when buying things from an antique shop is to put them out in the sun if possible, try and cleanse the energy of them before bringing them into your home.
Yeah. And another thing that you see in the Conjuring series is like demons will come and taunt you or scare you or try and freak you out. I know you've had some experiences where things have, like you've seen things move, you've seen things like the beings materialise in your bedroom. Like tell us, scare the people with some real life shit going on.
Well, many years ago when I first started out in this work, I had the worst night ever of my life. Obviously, a demon will look for a vulnerability within you. And at that time, I was feeling a little bit isolated and alone in my life because I just started off in this incredible journey. And therefore, one night I came home late and I was laying in my bed, and all of a sudden this demon just walked in, opened the door, and I felt myself pinned to my bed. I truly could not move, and it was looking at me, pointing at me with these long, ugly, claw-like hands, saying, look how lonely you are, and no matter how famous and good you get in your life, you will always be lonely. And this went on for what felt like forever, and I just remember trying to kind of get somehow unstuck from this horrible thing. It was screaming and laughing at me. When I finally came out of this, it was like, honestly, I had a temperature, a fever, I was sweating, I literally crawled out of my bed.
Yeah, and I've heard this story before, so there's another detail which I'll add, which is, wasn't the song played? So there's a song that's about not finding love, and the CD player wasn't plugged in or on, and this demon played the song at Carrera while it was like taunting. Is that right?
Yeah, over and over again. Yeah, just kept playing this tragic love song, and it felt so loud. And then when I finally came out of this horrible situation, the actual CD was in the car. It wasn't even in the bedroom.
Yeah, who needs a Sonos when you can have demons project music right into your bedroom?
Yeah.
So how do you get rid of these bastards? Like obviously, you don't want these guys hanging around, playing the cello at you in the middle of the night.
No, well, it's really important to be, obviously, I have spent many years with my guides teaching me the art of expelling negative energies. So it takes a lot of focus, and you just really need to stand in your power and know that you can hold that light and be able to show it no fear. The moment you show it any fear, you're done.
Because that's a real horror movie trope, which is like these entities that feed on fear. That's for real, right?
But that is absolutely feed on fear, feed on vulnerabilities.
I hope this is making everyone feel super relaxed about watching this film. I'm sure it is. And what's the scariest thing you've ever seen? Like would it be the time you cleared the Hellfire nightclub, which used to be like a bondage club?
Yeah, the Hellfire nightclub was unbelievable. It was cafe ideas when I went to the actual building. A lady had ordered and turned it into selling stuff for cafes. And when I walked in there, I just saw the history of it, and there were demons everywhere. Some were in cages, and I could just smell the smell of drugs. And then when I went downstairs to what was the old entrance, there were all these people, obviously dead people. There'd been a shooting there at that front door, and they were all still stuck there in that reality, moaning, and I could smell the bullets, and I could see the blood, and they were just like, I just remember walking out, shutting that door and going, oh my God, I can't do this. And I could feel my guides going, no, you can. And I had to just bring down the light, but I needed to free these souls. It was just so sad that they were just stuck there in that reality, just replaying it over and over again.
It's pretty terrifying. So obviously, you have people who like believe in this kind of stuff. There are people like you and me who've had plenty of experiences where you kind of know it's real. What about people who think it's nonsense and kind of like, oh, this is all, you're a phony, you're a fake, you make this stuff up.
Oh, look, I know who I am and what I've done. It doesn't bother me.
Category's hardcore, man. You don't
I've had to become hardcore. I don't do light and fluffy.
You don't. So another thing too that you kind of hear about is like spirits haunting land. Like, so it's not even a house. Obviously, you have haunted houses, but can spirits haunt land as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Because our land obviously holds a lot of energy, our own emotions. So land can be also cursed. It can have could have been an old burial ground. So, yes, absolutely that.
Yeah, I actually learned recently that it used to be a graveyard where town hall is. Like they built town hall over a bunch of graves, so that's probably one that was all get out as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe should go hang out there afterwards.
Oh, absolutely.
Clear a few notes. All right, well that's all we have time for, everyone. Thank you very much. If you have any burning questions, Katarina and I will be hanging around outside after the movie. Who knows, maybe we'll do a discount, two exorcisms for the price of one. Bulk discounts, bring your friends, hand stag do exorcisms. And just a reminder that the Conjuring Mask Rites is in cinemas from September 4th. Thank you very much for your time.